So, welcome back, and last time I showed you this scenario where the project stakeholder, project users and all other people who are involving in the completion of the project are being involved. Now, let us say today each one having a different role. So, here the same diagram I am putting into a more elaborated form in order to understand. Number one is your business analysis document requirement. So, you have a project stakeholder, you have a project user. However, the two people or two this thing give me a business analysis a task. So, what is the task? Business analyst document business requirements based on querying of the project stakeholder and the user. So, this is the task of my BA. After the task of BA has been completed, he will create a BRD, that is your business requirement document. This document goes to system analysis as a part number 2, okay, as a portion number 2. So, 2 says that system analysis document system technical requirement based upon the business requirement and querying project stakeholder. So, system analysis is going to give me a document which is a more of a technical nature and more of a user nature, what user require. So, he is going to make another document of that. Coming to part number 3, data analysis support the team by creating a requested data mart and dashboard. So, here from here I come to the here. So, I have a data analysis support the team creating by requesting a data mart and dashboard. So, I have a requirement create the data mart and dashboard. Okay. They can be used by everyone on the team in the development process as well as in the production. If the data analysis uses a business intelligence, which is very powerful as a tool now, BI has become very powerful tool for a business analysis. Okay. So, BI as a tool, they can build the dashboard directly for the end user. Dashboard means interaction between the user and the system. Coming to the 4 is my data scientist. The researchers uses a documented requirement and raw data to build a model training pipeline and document each data processing requirement that should be used to project the training, validation and testing of the data science project. So, here it comes to the 4. So, you can see in the diagram 1, 2, 3, 4 are the major component of my team effort building. Coming to the next one, 5th is your data engineer builds a production ready data pipeline based upon the prototype made in step number 3 earlier step. Data sciences, that is number 6, you can see in the green color, okay, uses a process data to build a product ready model for training and prediction pipeline, as all the integration include the model API, application programming interface. Okay, so, all the languages give the API. Last but not the least, 7, software team uses the complete model training and prediction pipeline to build the thing. Okay. So, let us see now. I hope this diagram 2 captions make the entire scenario completely comprehended in the mind, so that each member who is in the team require what kind of job to be done, and it becomes a very simple for us to build a team depending upon individual capability. Now, coming on to the next, exploring data science as a team role and the responsibility. To complete a data science project, you will need a data scientist. Can a single expert lead a project? The answer to this question, we can break down into data science project into stages and tasks that are to some extent present in all the project. Before starting a project, you need an idea that will allow your client to achieve their goal and simplify their life. In business, you will look to improve key business processes within a company. Sometimes the idea is already worked out and you may start directly from the implementation, but more often your team will be a driver to the process. So, if the idea was fruitful, already is given a fruitful answer, you go ahead with the same implementation. So, our ideal expert must be able to come up with the idea of a data science project that will provide a value for the client. Next, we will study 2 project examples. I am going to talk about one case study and one case study we will do in the class. So, we will study 2 project examples to look at how simple project can be handled with a small number of teams or even one cross-functional expert. Cross-functional expert means he is a member of team number 1 and a member of another team 2. So, a functional domain or a cross-functional expert may also be there. While larger projects need more diverse team, where each team member handle one or two specific roles. So, sometime when I become a project manager, I may have may be required for 2 or 3 different kind of project. So, that is my expertise. So, let us look at the case study 1, applying a machine learning to detect a fraud in the banks. Now, before I go into the frauding activity, let us define the word equal to fraud. What is meaning by fraud? Definitely we know from our inception in the mind that fraud means something wrong happening, something cheating happening, something somebody is putting as an imposter. So, some definitions I have put it here. Fraud means intentional perversion of the truth in order to induce another part with the something value or a surrender to a legal right. Second is deceiving a person, deceiving a misguiding or misrepresenting, that is a trick. So, a lot of people do a misguiding or misrepresentation trick in the automobile insurance fraud. So, even if the automobile did not met with the accident, they put as a accident has already met and put as a fraud and put a wrong claim on the automobile as a insurance company. A person who is not what he or she pretends to be. So, I am pretending to be Mr. So and so, however, I am not actually. So, that is called imposter. He claimed to be a licensed psychologist, but turned out to be a fraud. So, he never practiced. Even this is what happens in our medical profession. People who are not qualified, they become a medical profession on the claim that they have a license to practice. However, this is not true. So, also is a cheating business. The one who is not what he seems to be. So, the picture who seems to be is not actually present. Now, with these definitions in the mind, can we look at the case study to explore what data science project can be like? We will look at the case study. Mary is working as a data scientist in a bank where the fraud analysis department she is interested to. She is experienced in creating ML model and integrating them into existing system by building a API. Mary has also experience in presenting the result to the worker or customers. So, one of the main activity of this department is to detect and prevent the credit card fraud system. So, I am putting a credit card and the fraudulent activity I have to detect and identify. To do this, they do this by using a rule based system fraud detection. So, fraud detection is nothing but a classification problem. That means the person is committed a fraud or not a fraud, that is it. So, this system look over all credit card transactions happening in the bank and checks whether any series of transactions should be considered as fraudulent or not. Each check is hard coded and predetermined. They have heard that machine learning brings benefit over traditional rule based fraudulent system. So, they have asked Mary to implement a fraud detection model as a plugin for their existing system. Mary has inquired about the data set and operators of the current fraud detection system, and the department confirmed that they will provide all the necessary data from the system itself. So, she required a lot of data from the system, past history, all the past data transaction, everything she required, and people confirm that it will be given. Okay. So, the only thing they need is working model and a simple software integration. So, stop were already familiar with the common classification problem matrix. So, they have devised to use the F1 score as one of the matrix. So, what is F1 score? Okay. F1 score is a very beautiful matrix in the data science metric performance. Okay. So, let us see what is meaning by accuracy and what is meaning by precision. So, I am just reviewing the F1 score in the matrix. A F1 score assesses the predictive ability of a model by examining its performance on each class individually rather than considering the overall performance. The F1 score combines two competing metrics. Number 1 is precision, number 2 is the recall. What is meaning by precision and what is meaning by recall? Now, look at the dart board. If my target is shown by the red and all my dart are perfectly hitting the target, then I say I am accurate and I am also precise. Let us see the another scenario where the darts are not able to reach the target, but they are near to the target. So, I am accurate, but I am not precise. Look at the third one. Third one is the darts are near to each other, but they are far away from the, okay. So, they are not accurate, but they may be precise because each one is near to the other. And here all are different, one dart is going here, another here, another here, another. So, this situation is neither accurate nor a precise. So, what we want? We want something of, okay. So, imagine you are throwing a dart at a bull eye with the goal of achieving both accuracy and precision, meaning you want to consistently hit the bull eye, which is shown in the red color. Accuracy refers to landing your throws near the bull eye, but not necessarily hitting it every time. If you are able to hit every time, you are perfect, but if it is not possible, no problem, you are more accurate. So, on the other hand, precision means your throws cluster closely together. So, your cluster is closely together. Okay. So, here I am showing you cluster growing together, but they may not be near the bull eye, you can see that. However, when you are both accurate and precise, dart will consistently of the. So, you require accuracy, you require precision to hit the target. So, with this background I stop here, and next time I am going to talk about how the F1 score can be used for my analysis of a fraud case also, and why F1 score is more consistently giving the result. So, unlike our accuracy, unlike my precision, accuracy always deals with the how much true positive, true negative and things like that, consisting of the entire data set, whereas I am more worried about the classes which are here. The reason for using F1 score is imbalance in the class. For example, let us say there are 1000 transactions happening. Out of 1000 transactions, only 5 transactions are fraudulent. That means 95 995 are not fraudulent at all. So, that is called as a class imbalance. So, when you have a class imbalance, I cannot use a precision and accuracy as my measure. So, I am going to show you next time how do you use a F1 score for calculating a imbalance class for a accuracy measurement, or what you call as a metric measurement. Thank you so much.